Okay, here we are back with the exercise for naming the molecules according to like these chip rules. And here we have different molecules. And as you remember, it's important to start naming these or assigning the priorities based on the position of the atoms in the periodic table. So according to their ordering number here. So when we start with this molecule, we see again we have a carbon-carbon double bond, and we want to find out now if this is an E isomer or an Z isomer. And of course, what substituents do we have? First, let's talk about this. We have a bromine atom and a methyl group at the first carbon atom, and at the second carbon atom, we have a hydrogen and an ethyl group. So we have like 2 carbon atoms compared to the methyl groups where we only had 1 carbon atom. And basically the chip rules, the Kahn-Ingold-Prelog rules, state that the atom with the higher ordering number gets the higher priority. So by looking at the periodic table, we see, okay, the highest priority of these 4 substituents is the bromine, because it has a large ordering number. It's a very heavy element. So this gets assigned the 1. Then we need to have a look at the other side, because we want just to find out if it's E or Z. And here we need to compare between a hydrogen atom and a carbon atom. And in this case, it's also rather easy. Carbon is the element with the higher ordering number. So this ethyl chain gets the priority on the second carbon atom. So, and then we can compare these two with the higher order, with the higher order or the higher priority against each other, and then we see that the bromine and the ethyl group are in transposition to each other. So we would name this component E, because they are trans, so E 2 bromo pent 2 ene. Good. You can also do that for the other molecules if you like. The solutions are on the slide, and it's basically always assigning this the priority. If you are basically if you have a situation like, for example, in this molecule here at the bottom left, you see that there are 2 carbon atoms attached, and then in that case you cannot decide, because 2 carbon atoms, they should have the same priority. Then you just go along the chain and look at the next atom that's connected to the carbon atom, and see if you can differentiate between these atoms. In this case, it's also rather easy. Next atom would be like an oxygen atom. In this case, it would be a hydrogen atom. So with the oxygen has higher priority than a hydrogen atom. So this moiety overall would get the higher priority. But you can try that at home, and if you have questions, we can always talk about this, of course.